Title: If you can't handle me sleeping with your friends, then leave. They're real men. Wife snapped. I smiled coldly. As you wish. The next morning, my 3 friends and wife landed in the ER with matching symptoms. Then the doctor entered the room. Guys, this is hard to say, but your diagnosis is... Their faces froze. I remember her voice, sharp, mocking, dripping with venom. If you can't handle me sleeping with your friends, then leave. They're real men. I didn't shout. I didn't beg. I smiled. A cold, precise curve of my lips that made her falter for half a second. Then I whispered, "As you wish." That was the moment she lost. She just didn't know it yet. We'd been married 7 years. 7 years of building a life brick by brick. Vacations, anniversaries, inside jokes whispered under the sheets at night. I gave her my loyalty, my trust. And in return, she turned my 3 closest friends into her playthings. I didn't stumble onto it. I'd suspect it. The late-night phone vibrations she guarded like a dragon with treasure, the sudden excuses, the hollow affection, the way my friends stopped meeting my eyes. The puzzle was there, waiting to be solved. I just needed one missing piece. I found it 2 weeks ago. An old phone of hers she thought I never touched. A message thread. Explicit, brazen. My friends bragging, laughing about me behind my back. Her egging them on, telling them I'd never suspect. That night, I sat alone in the dark, staring at their words until the screen blurred. My chest was hollow, but my mind was sharp. Anger is fire. Revenge is ice. I chose ice. I began my work quietly. Step 1, distance. No confrontation, no suspicion. I played the fool, the oblivious husband, smiled when she kissed me, shook hands with the friends who stabbed me in the back. I let them believe I was weak. That was my greatest weapon. Step 2, preparation. They all trusted me, trusted my food, my drinks, my casual invites. They thought the bond of brotherhood was unbreakable. I used that bond like a knife. I didn't need to kill them. That would have been too obvious, too crude. What I needed was exposure. Public, humiliating, undeniable. Something they couldn't lie their way out of. Something that would stain them forever. I found it in a toxin. Subtle, legal in small doses, devastating in slightly higher ones. Not fatal, but enough to send a body into violent shutdown. Vomiting, sweating, agony. And most importantly, identical symptoms across multiple victims. It was perfect. The night before it all collapsed, she pushed me again, mocking, cruel, telling me maybe I should take notes from real men. She laughed in my face, sure of her power. I kissed her cheek, poured her a drink, and thought, tomorrow you'll choke on that laugh. The execution was almost too easy. A dinner. Casual, drinks laced just enough, shared dishes, toasts raised. I watched them eat, smiling, nodding, the perfect host. By midnight, the first cough came. By 1 a.m., the sweating started. By 2, my wife was curled on the floor, clutching her stomach, groaning like a wounded animal. My 3 friends weren't any better. Faces pale, hands trembling, bodies betraying them the way they'd betrayed me. The ambulance lights painted our house red and blue. Neighbors whispered. Sirens cut the night. And I stood calm, the concerned husband and loyal friend, making sure everyone saw me helping them into stretchers. Morning. The hospital room smelled of disinfectant and misery. They lay side by side, my wife and the 3 traitors, pale, drenched in sweat, eyes filled with confusion and fear. That's when the doctor entered, clipboard in hand, brows furrowed. He looked at them, then at me, then back at them. His voice was heavy. Guys, this is hard to say, but your diagnosis is clear. You all have the same infection. It's sexually transmitted. Silence. A silence so sharp I could hear the beeping monitors, the drip of the IVs. Their faces froze. My wife's mouth opened, then shut. My friends turned to each other, horror dawning in their eyes. No excuses, no denial, not when the evidence was written in their blood. I didn't need to say a word. The fallout was nuclear. Her family disowned her. My friends' wives, girlfriends, children, gone. Their careers shattered under the weight of whispers, rumors, and undeniable medical records. They became pariahs overnight, walking scandals. And me? I walked away spotless, the victim, the betrayed husband who stood strong while his entire world tried to break him. Sympathy followed me like a shadow. People admired my composure, my strength. They didn't see the ice behind my smile. They never will. I sat by her bed one last time before I left for good. She looked at me, eyes hollow, voice trembling. Why? Why did you do this? I leaned close, so only she could hear. My voice was calm, steady. You broke something sacred. I just showed the world what you truly are. That's not revenge. That's justice. I kissed her forehead, stood, and walked away. Now, when I look back, I don't feel regret, only clarity. They thought betrayal made them powerful. They thought I would crumble. Instead, I turned their own sins into shackles they'll never escape. My story ends where theirs begins, trapped in shame, defined by the choices they made. And me? I carry no chains. After all, she was right about one thing. They weren't men. Real men don't need to prove themselves between stolen sheets. Real men smile coldly, whisper, "as you wish," and end the game before the other side even knows it started.